These two fragrances are gonna go head to head in an epic competition of who smells the best, Azzaro or 1 Million Elixir. What's up guys, my name is Nate, welcome to Paragon Fragrances. So we have a dispute we need to settle. And what better way to settle it than on YouTube. I'm gonna have 5 different categories that they have to come out on top in order to win this battle. The opening, the mid, the dry down, longevity, and sillage. Let's talk about Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum first. This one came out in 2022, and it's classified as a woody spicy fragrance. Top notes are ginger, the mid notes are woody notes, and in the base you have vanilla. Now let's talk about its competition, 1 Million Elixir. This one also came out in 2022. Some of the notes in here are apple, rose, osmanthus, cedar, vanilla, tonka bean, and patchouli. Let's get into the first category, the opening. In the opening, these two are amazing. They're definitely designer colognes. They have that mass appeal opening, the sweetness, pretty much identical. There's no standing out differences between the two of them. They both have that kind of sweet, uplifting opening, which is good for that retail environment where you spray it on your hand and you walk out with a bottle. For the opening for 1 Million Elixir, there's a little bit more apple and a little bit more natural smelling notes in here. With the Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum, you're gonna get a little bit more bubblegum kind of sweetness up top, as well as that ginger that really pushes out and it really grabs your attention really good. They both have sweetness up top, but this one is a little bit more bubblegum sweetness. This one is a little bit more apple, vanilla kind of sweetness. The fragrance that wins opening, I have to give it to 1 Million Elixir. This one is just an amazing opening. It's really splendid. Let's get on to the mid. The mid is really where these two separate and become their own scents and their own identity. 1 Million Elixir has that fruity sweetness still going on. And in the mid, this one really starts to become a little bit more woodsy. The patchouli really comes through. The vanilla kind of really gets deeper and darker, richer, but the sweetness is still there with the apple and it's just playing along with that vanilla. It's a really good mid. On the other hand, Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum. This one goes in a little bit different direction than the 1 Million. Azzaro Most Wanted actually calms down in the mid. It gets a little bit more vanilla. It's gonna have a lot more woody facets. The vanilla really blends itself into the woody notes and the ginger kind of vanishes. You have that underlying ginger smell, but it kind of dissipates. So this becomes just more vanilla, woodsy in the mid. Mellows down and becomes a scent that you could, it's like an everyday driver for those cooler times. This was a difficult one, but for the mid, I'm gonna have to give it to Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum. Mid on this is just really pleasant. I just really love the whole just calmness that this one delivers on. It's really good. From the opening to the mid, it doesn't do the sweetness as much in the mid, and it really it just lends itself well. Let's talk about the dry downs on these two. 1 Million Elixir retains the sweetness, but it also really kind of gets a little darker, which is really pleasant. The patchouli really comes in a lot. The woody notes just really kind of take over and just make it a really well-rounded, just darker, sweeter scent. It's a very pleasant dry down. I was really enjoying it doing this test. I was really enjoying it. And as far as the Most Wanted Parfum, it didn't really change from the base to the dry down. It just became softer and softer and softer. No really change in the character of the scent. It just, once it hit the mid, it kind of just tapered off. No really significant change that I could tell, that I could pick up. And because of that, I'm gonna give the dry down to 1 Million Elixir. The dry down is just splendid on this thing. Now let's talk about the sillage of both of these. The sillage on both of these are great. I really couldn't pick up the difference between the two, so I'm gonna give these both a win. Let's jump into the longevity of these two. Longevity on these two are amazing. I went to the 12th hour with this one, and I lost this one around the 8-hour mark. It just became a skin scent after, and I couldn't pick it up at all at the 9-hour mark. It was gone. This one actually held on for a few hours longer, and it actually just, I was like, wow, this is really pleasant. So we clearly have a winner, and that is 1 Million Elixir. This one takes the trophy, it takes the belt. This one is the one to get. But if you got the Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum, it is still a great scent, and I love this one, especially in the fall and the winter time. If you guys like fragrance related content, make sure you hit the subscribe button.